Hey guys, this is Exodus123 here. As you can tell, I made it back from scout camp. A-okay, my camera might be a little laggy, but I'm going to be doing a TNA No Surrender 2008 review and stupid lighting. But hold on, guys. Turn on my light. But anyway, this pay-per-view is okay. I'm going to start doing review videos, especially on DVDs, because I own a lot of DVDs that I haven't even seen yet. So yeah. So let's get started. Remember, this is for TNA Sacrifice 2008. The actual DVD behind me. But first off, we have the opening intro. We have the opening video package, of course, like on every good pay-per-view. Then we start out with Sting in-ring promo to start off the show. Basically, it's a good promo. He just talks about how Samoa Joe and AJ Styles don't have any respect and all that good stuff. I don't exactly remember it because I watched it probably about 12 hours ago. Well, at least that part 12 hours ago. So anyway, that was good promo. Then after that, we go into our first match, which is the Prince Justice Brotherhood, which I forgot who these people were. It's Super Eric, or Super EY, or Super Eric Young, Shark Boy, and Curryman versus the Rock and Rave Infection and Christy Hemming in a 6-person tag match. Basically, and that coming up, the Prince Justice Brotherhood end up picking up the victory. I took little notes under the matches. It was an okay match. The only thing is, Christy Hemming took a basically a stunner from Shark Boy, and that's how the Rock and Raven Infection lost the match. And you know, then I can't remember if this was next, but I'll just insert these through on out the night. Then we go into our second match, which was Awesome Kong and ODB in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This was a really good match for being a Divas match, because it was Falls Count Anywhere and you hardly see those. Anyway, gotta find it. Anyway, ODB's manager at the time, yeah. Anyway, ODB's manager attacks Awesome Kong's manager attacks ODB before the match. Then the only thing is, there was a couple good table spots, and the first one, ODB tried power bombing Awesome Kong from the second turnbuckle into a table. The table didn't break, so they kind of messed that spot up. But then they went back to the well one more time. ODB ended up, I believe it was Awesome Kong end up putting ODB through the table with an awesome bomb and picking up the victory. Then we move on to a Kurt Angle the Christian Cage backstage interview. And I forgot to mention, this pay-per-view was in Canada, so Christian's home territory. It was in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, which is an hour from Toronto. So, yeah. Then we move on to our third match of the night, which was Matt Morgan and Abyss versus Team 3D. It was an okay match. This pay-per-view took place weeks after Abyss came back from his 6-month hiatus and was in the mental asylum. So I remember slightly, I don't remember completely, because that's when I was like kind of iffy on TNA, But Matt Morgan and Abyss end up picking up the victory. The only thing is, a chair got involved, and Bubba Ray or Bubba Ray or Brother Ray um, hit Matt Morgan with a chair and threw it on Abyss, causing controversy there. I was thinking Abyss may have hit Matt Morgan in the head. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hitting Matt Morgan in the head with a chair. So, yeah. Then we had a Kurt Angle backstage promo, and it was an okay promo. There's only like basically there's only 3 interviews the entire night, and they were just promos for the main event. So we can move on to the 4th match, which was the X Division title match. We had P.D. Williams versus Consequences Creed versus Sheik Abdul-Bashir for the X Division title. This match was actually really good. The one thing I liked about this match is there was a lot of 3-way moves, like Jay would get him in like a bulldog, and then would get a PD and a bulldog, and Abdul Bashir would come in and hit him with clothesline, so DDT clothesline. So I really like that. You hardly see those 3-way moves in WWE at all. And Sheik Abdul-Bashir ends up picking up the victory. Funny thing is, after he lost the X Division title when he went into World Elite, I actually saw him when he was doing that, when he was in World Elite here at a local show. And he was like one of the best guys to come up. I basically said, hey, love TNA, and thanks for being here, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really ask him for autographs and all that. Yeah. Because I was scared of him at the time. Then we move on to our 5th match, which was Taylor Wilde versus Angelina Love. With Angelina Love had Velvet Sky and excuse me, and Cute Kip or Kip James at ringside. Then Taylor Wilde got on the microphone and said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I have backup too," and ended up being the War Machine Rhino. And it was for the Knockouts title. And Taylor Wilde ended up picking the victory with the assist to Rhino, and anyway, Rhino ends up goring Cute Kip after trying to interfere into the ring. I'm sorry, I moved my computer with my foot. And yeah, so Taylor Wilde comes up with the victory, retaining the Knockouts title, and Rhino helps her get the victory. Then we move on to match number 6 of the night, which was Jay Lethal versus Sanjay Dutt in the Ladder of Love match. I remember the storyline very, I remember it, I just don't remember it very well. Basically, the whole storyline was Sanjay loved SoCal Val with the ring announcer which was basically the person that took your ring gear, your like entrance gear, I should say, and took it to the back, basically. And he fell in love with her, asked her to marry him. She said yes. Sanjay interfered with the wedding, and which ended up in this match after a couple weeks, after like a month. But there were several high spots in the match. There was a lot of high ladder spots. The one thing I gotta admit, the one thing I really liked is they were both going for the ring. And this is like almost like 5 minutes towards the end. It was probably about a 20-minute match, probably about a 15-minute match. So it was like 10 minutes in the match. Sanjay gets a ladder set up. Jay sets the ladder up like this. So basically the ladders are like this, except the opposite. I should be like this. The ladders are like that. And Jay comes up is on top of his ladder. It reaches across, it gets slammed onto the top of the other ladder, and Sanjay applies a camel clutch on top of both ladders. I like that spot. That was a genius spot. I had never seen that Ladder of Love match till actually yesterday. And there was a lot of good ladder spots. And then basically, so Cowbell ends up helps Sanjay win. So Sanjay picking up the victory and winning Sophie Cowbell's heart. Now we move on to the 7th match, which is Beer Money versus LAX for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Basically, it was there was a lot of good outside spots. That's basically it. Beer Money is picking up the victory and retaining their TNA World Tag Team title. Then we move on to the 8th match of the night, which was AJ Styles versus Frank Triggs in an MMA match. It got very boring. It was a very boring match because it was an MMA style. It wasn't a pro wrestling match. AJ ends up hitting Frank Trigg in the groin or the crotch or the balls, whatever you want to call them, and it results in no contest. And basically, after the match was over, AJ grabs a Singapore cane and with a kendo stick, and grabs a kendo stick from underneath the rings and beats the shit out of Frank Trigg. That's probably about the only interesting part of that match. Then right before this match, we have a Samoa Joe backstage promo, basically saying, "Oh, blah blah blah," doing it, doing his heel thing. And then actually this is what really important. Now it's main event time. It's the 9th match of the night. It's main event time. The one thing I liked is before every wrestler came out, they kind of cued a little bit of their music, probably the beginnings of their music, and it kind of did throughout the arena. Then they showed a little video package of that wrestler, and before every wrestler, they just didn't show them this guy, this guy, this guy, and then let all of them enter. They did them like Samoa Joe. I believe it was Christian to enter. This match was originally scheduled to be Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle versus Booker T versus Christian Cage. Booker T, because this was the time where Hurricane was hitting Texas and the Gulf Coast. Booker T was unable to make it, so and this is for the TNA World Title. Christian ends up entering the arena first, I believe. They show his video package, then they show Kurt Angle. Music hits. They show his video package. He comes out. Then they did the same with Samoa Joe. Sting ends up coming out. Samoa Joe brawls with him for probably about 2 minutes. AJ Styles comes, picks it up, ends up going to the back. The only thing is, and Kurt Angle's got the match about 1, and here comes Jeff Jarrett. And smashes the guitar over Kurt Angle's head, in letting Samoa Joe pick up the victory. Kurt Angle got injured. He basically was holding his knee the entire, 15 minutes out of the match on the floor. So, yeah. So, Samoa Joe ends up picking up the victory, and Double J, Jeff Jarrett, ends up screwing Kurt Angle out of the TNA World Title. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my review of TNA No Surrender 2008. Be sure to look for more, and peace out.